What's up, team? Welcome to your Barefoot Bootcamp class. For today's class, you just need a pair of kettlebells, one heavy, one light, no dumbbells, and a yoga mat. We are going to get started with a little bit of mobility, standing. Feet about hip width distance apart, drop your hips back, hands on the knees, and for about 30 seconds, you're going to circle to the right. So on this particular mobility drill, just make sure you put a little bit of pressure on the knees, but not too much, just so you can feel the range of motion that you're looking for. And it's always a good rule of thumb to go forward, side, back, side. Last 10 seconds. I'm going to get my hips involved. So I'm swinging my hips to the right, left, as well as my knees. For 3, 2, last 1. Feet come about hip width apart. You're just going to swing your arms back and up. Just kind of letting the arms dictate the motion. And we're going to add on to this. You can add a breath pattern. Inhale, exhale. Letting the hips go forward and back. So I'm definitely hinging at the hip, letting the arms kind of swing and sway. As my arms pass my hips and I swing back, last 10 seconds for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to facing you. Hands will go on the knees, opposite direction. 30 seconds, just circle it out. This one's an easy one to phone in, so you want to make sure you really feel the range of motion. And as you feel the weight transfer forward and back, you're going to feel the 4 corners of your feet. And now I want you to add the hips into the mix. Getting the outside of the hips is kind of like you're doing hula, or it's a special night. You got about 10 seconds to go. Rocking back and forth in the feet. 3, 2, 1 more. Top of the mat, hands will go on the hips. Hinge, flat back, and then stand up. Just going back and forth. If you have a short range of motion, you can just shorten it up. If your hamstrings are really tight, put a soft bend in the knee. Imagine spreading the mat apart with the feet. Lengthen the back as you hinge. Hips go straight back. Soft bend in the knee, so not too much, not too little. For 3, 2, last 1. Get a high on the back ball of the right foot, pretty much in line with the heel of the left foot. And if you have your kettlebells in front, you're just going to drop down, reach for the kettlebells, walk the hands back, and then walk forward. So a bit of a mobility drill. Standing, drop the hips, you can fingertip the floor, and then just send the left hand back, right hand back, coming into a tabletop position and push forward, standing up, and then repeat. Drop, walk it back, and then up for 5, 4, 3, 2, you're going to finish flat on your feet, lay flat on the back, take a big inhale, open up the rib cage. As you exhale, press your palms into the mat, lower back into the mat. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Draw the knees towards the chest, start to rock and roll. Keep your feet about hip width distance apart. So on this one, very similar to the beginning of the spinal rock, I'm just keeping the weight on the shoulders. The knees go up, the hips go up, rocking back and forth. The palms act like a decelerator. So as I go down, I kind of brace myself with the palms and then just shoot my legs up for 3, 2, last 1. Walk your feet out in front, step back, plank position, downward facing dog. Look between the hands, walk, float, or jump, feet between the hands. Hands go flat on the back, on the hips, press the hips straight up. Stagger your stance a little bit, so this time is going to be your left ball of the foot. Chest is up. Inhale as you exhale. Just start to lower down. Plant the hands and just kind of lean back. So left followed by right. You can press the hips up into tabletop position and then walk it back. High on the ball of the foot. Stagger and then just stand up. So pressing into the ball of the foot as I lower down. Hinging, planting the hands, and then this is where you go. This is where you go. You can stand back up. Otherwise, send the hips back. Press the hips up and then repeat. High on the ball of the foot, and then flat back up. So I'm just working my ankles, my hips, my shoulders, dropping on back, changing levels for 3, 2, this time plant the hands, step straight back, plank position, drop both knees, lower down halfway, elbows towards ribs, inhale, Upward facing dog. If this is too much, you can always do cobra. Press your thighs into the mat, press your hips forward, engage the glutes, rotate the biceps outward. Take a big inhale, sit it back, tuck back toes, look forward, walk, float, or jump. Feet between the hands. This time, you're gonna swing when you throw your arms back, and you're gonna lift the balls or the heels of the feet. So you're gonna rock back, just like this. So as I rock back, I'm letting the weight lift. So I'm creating momentum and then swinging. Option, as always, you can add a little bit of a hop. But the hop that I'm doing is really mostly from the momentum of my arms. I'm just kind of working that sequence of when it swings back, I feel like I'm catching, lifting, and then landing soft on the balls of the feet, roll through. So it should feel kind of like you're on a trampoline for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, come to the top of the mat, step back with the right foot. Big step, little rotation, stand up. Left foot, big step, rotation. So the hands can be one on top of the other. Stepping back, rotating, maybe keep it shallow, or you can keep your elbows in and you'll rotate like you have a box in front of you. Finer points, last 15 seconds, make sure you're stepping straight back. 90 degree with the legs, high on the ball of the foot. I'm keeping the feet hip width apart. That way you'll have a little more balance. Tendency is, while people are doing this, is to come in a little too narrow, and then the balance is compromised. So you have to actively focus to keep your hips apart. Feet apart. 3, 2, last one. Take a little knee. Left hand down, right hand down. Rock it on back. This time, you're gonna place the hands behind the head. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, peel head and shoulders off the mat. And lower. So prepping your breath, prepping the core. We're gonna finish with a little mini flow and then get started with our circuits. There's about 4 circuits today. 10 seconds to go. Squeezing the core. So I'm really actively thinking about pressing my low back into the mat, sending the hips towards the heart. Last one, squeeze at the top. Right hand forward, left hand forward, get a little bit tighter. Lengthen the abs, and exhale, rock it down. Crisscross the ankles, roll forward. Hands go down, step back. Downward facing dog. Roll forward, high plank, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high to the sky. Right foot outside, right hand, big step. Left foot outside, left hand, big step. Stand on up, tap it out. Shake it out. We're gonna go for heavy bell on this first one. Modification, you can go light, but if you're feeling it, you're gonna get your heavy bell, and we're gonna work on some strength drills. So feet hip width apart. I'm gonna turn and face you on this one. Just to prep you on it, feet can hug the outside of the bell, so it's about hip width apart. Hands go flat on the back. You're gonna inhale. As you exhale, brace the core. Hands go on top of the handle. Shoulders slide down the back, and then press straight up. So stiff leg deadlift. Plugging the shoulders into the back, squeezing the traps, bending the handle. Got about 30 seconds to go. Your feet should be actively pressing the mat away, so you can have a line of tension between the feet and purposeful energy in the legs. I'm gonna turn profile so you can see a different position, last 15 seconds. So I'm hinging, the neck is flat because I'm taking the back of the head with me, staying in line with the tailbone. Keep flowing for 3, 2, hanging onto the heavy bell, step back with the right foot, coming into